Dan Leach back here in New York City at Benzinga's Fintech FODA conference, having a great time and about to have an even better one as I'm here with Senior Vice President from Lockton, Ian Graham, the Graham Cracker himself.
That's right. That's right. Happy to be here.
Great to see you and really a fascinating time in the industry. And let's talk about what you guys do at Lockton, because I had the pleasure of speaking to a few people like you and what, your company that really want to help. And not that people necessarily always need help, but the industry as a whole can use help. And you guys, that's kind of your mission right now.
Yeah, exactly. So Lockton, just a bit of background. We're the world's largest privately owned insurance brokerage. We have a dedicated digital asset team. All my team does is help companies in the space, exchanges, DeFi protocols, miners, you name it, understand what liabilities, exposures they have, what insurance risk transfer solutions might exist. And look, the insurance industry can be a bit far behind than some other industries you might be talking to today. So a big part of our job too is on the insurance market education front, making sure that they are fully educated, understand everything these companies are doing, all the good things they're doing, all the controls companies are putting in place, and ultimately delivering better solutions to our clients. That's taken a long time. It's come a long way, but a big piece of it is that so that our clients actually have meaningful risk transfer solutions that give them meaningful coverage and that allow them to focus on what they're doing, which is building and growing. Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you, but I'm guessing it's very fulfilling work.
Yeah, it's a very cool corner of the insurance market in my perspective. It's cutting edge where we're out there. Things change very rapidly. This can be understanding different business models and how companies grow, how they protect against different risk. And at the same time, some of what we help companies with aren't even traditional insurance products. And so sometimes it's starting from scratch, helping them come up with a totally new solution that solves a business need. So it's very, very exciting, very unpredictable, but it's a cool place to be.
And you mentioned, when you're dealing with regulatory stuff that can be behind the times, but it seems to be like we're in this moment in the entire industry, in the space where, things really are moving forward. Obviously, there's going to be important measures to be taken and steps to be looked at, which is where you guys come in. When you take a look at the industry as a whole right now, do you feel like it's in a good spot, it needs to be in a better spot, or it's working towards being in that better spot?
Yeah, I think the latter. I think it's come a long way in terms of maturation of companies we deal with, in terms of having the controls, financial audit that, various different counterparties, whether they're regulators, insurance companies, accountants, that they're going to want to see for these companies to raise money and to do the things that they need to do. I mean, we always look at insurance as just one piece of the overall equation, but it furthers adoption of the industry. A lot of the companies that have really gone through the process the right way, they use insurance. The fact that they have been validated by a third party and the process that they've gone through, which can be very extensive, to show regulators, to show counterparties that, look, we have this, we were vetted, our code was audited, our financials were audited, and it went through this extensive process. And so, it should be more a part of the conversation. And in our view, it's helped a number of very large companies really further adopt and further gain consumer trust, continue to promote transparency with their counterparties.
It's all very important things. And yeah. I'm going to ask you to put on your future hat or the Karnak hat, whatever you want to call it. When you look at 5-10 years down the road, where do you see things going and where do you want to fit into it when it comes to Lockton?
Yeah, look, it's a good time to be in the market right now. There are a lot of very flexible, innovative insurers. It's still a relatively small pool, but the insurers that get it, they're really trying to help. They're really trying to actually solve client problems and not trying to gouge them, which is that's our job, is to make sure pricing's fair, terms are actually valuable. And we have a number of insurance companies that are true partners that are really trying to solve problems. And so that's exciting, where we can actually work with these companies and actually solve client problems. I think looking a bit further down the line, most of what we're talking about right now is traditional insurance. I think there's some exciting applications of blockchain technology and smart contracts that the industry could incorporate. So things like smart contract insurance, where it's not even, an off-chain policy form, an off-chain claims adjustment, but actually it's all baked into the contract. Things like there's a lot of process inefficiencies within every industry, but especially insurance. And how can blockchain technology and tokenization potentially help insurance companies, brokers solve for some of those inefficiencies? So I think the immediate, near term is continued expansion of industry capacity. That's all good for our clients. Longer term, maybe some more innovative solutions that will help as well.
Well, you and the fine folks at Lockton are doing yeoman's work.
Yeah.
Ian Graham, Senior Vice President at Lockton. Really pleasure talking to you today.
Absolutely. Same here, Dan.